That's called the preaching.
She still is.
Good morning, TC families, and welcome back to the Centene Community Ice Center here in Maryland Heights, Missouri, home of the Lindenwood Lions this morning on the big sheet. Team Colorado set to face off against the Florida Alliance in their fifth and final game here at the St. Louis Showcase. TC coming off two back-to-back victories. First against the Milwaukee Junior Admirals on the outside sheet, and then yesterday a scorcher against the St. Louis Junior Lady Blues. Very action-packed game and a second period chock full of penalties and excitement. Starting lineup for Team Colorado: number 10, Lila Masiello at center. Number 6, Corinne Mainwaring on the right side. Number 15, Lauren Deckers on the left. Right defense, number 2, Emily Visa. And number 18, Reagan Rieken on the left side. Between the pipes for her fifth straight game, number 30, Sophia the Showstopper Samora. Face-off taken here by Team Colorado on the open, pushing into the Florida zone. Mainwaring couldn't quite handle that possession. Deckers fires one in from the long shot, turned aside by the Florida Alliance goaltender. Alliance trying to chip it out to center, kept in by Rieken. Now Alliance with possession inside their own zone. They'll move it out to center. Picked off there by Kelly, chips it up to Deckers. Alliance regrouping, pushing it back into the TC zone, just inside the blue line. Tied up over on the far side board. Now Rieken trying to create some room. Alliance player trapped inside the zone. They'll have to burn some time in front of the bench. Rieken takes it back, and she'll chip one off the glass deep in the Alliance zone. Brennick in pursuit on the forecheck. Get some help from Rieken, who's down low. Visa now working away here on the right side. Fires one. Hits a set of legs out front from the Alliance player. Now Kelly working it back behind the Alliance goal line. Little short pass to Brennick, couldn't quite keep a handle on that. And Alliance now working it back out to center ice. They'll dump it down into the TC zone. That'll bank off the boards right in on Samora. Rieken has to handle that. Now Alliance keeps it in at the blue line. Rieken finally settles for the long icing call here early in the first period. We'll have a face-off deep inside the TC zone to the right of Samora. Walsh with the face-off for Team Colorado, gets that to Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer now on the move through center. Chopfix Chase on the left side. Wiedenmeyer gets it, punch, Chopfix Chase. Delayed penalty call here against Florida. And we'll have the game's first power play for Team Colorado. .14 left to go here in the first period, scoreless. And Team Colorado will see the first player advantage. And we'll have a face-off deep in the Alliance zone to the right of their puck stopper. Power play unit out for Team Colorado. Walsh, Kelly, Chopfix Chase, Visa, and Pugh. Walsh with the face-off wing, kicks it back to Chopfix Chase, to Pugh, across to Visa. Visa with the shot, low and hard, and a save made by the Alliance goaltender and held for the whistle. Face-off comes to the left side of the Alliance goaltender now. Walsh settling in for the draw once more. This time the Alliance take possession. Kelly forces that player off the puck. Back pass to Chopfix Chase now for Visa. Back to Chopfix Chase here on the right side. Looking for the lane, back door to Pugh. Good save made by their Alliance goaltender. Good connection from Chopfix Chase over to Pugh. And a good first chance here on the power play. Now trapped up inside the TC zone. Chopfix Chase frees that, goes across to Pugh. Up to Kelly. Kelly deflects that into the Alliance zone. Racing for the puck here in the near side corner. Gets some help from Walsh. Walsh trying to dig that free. She kicks it to Chopfix Chase. Back up top to Visa. Visa looking for Pugh down low. Too much traffic out front. Pugh recovers over on the side board. Kelly unable to handle that pass attempt. Visa has to regroup back out at center. Gets it up to Chopfix Chase. Working it into the Alliance zone here on the near side board. Back to Visa. Visa looking for the lane. Backdoor pass. Masiello just a step off that. Comes back to Wiedenmeyer here on the left side point. Wiedemeyer across the Choppick's chase. She'll collect it on the near side board. Spins away from Alliance penalty killer. Drops it for Sherman. Sherman back to Choppick's chase. From the sharp angle, Choppick's chase looking for it. Quick shot into the chest of the Alliance goaltender and held for the whistle. 22 seconds remaining in the power play for Team Colorado here early in the first frame. Face-off will be to the left of the Alliance puck stopper. Wong and Egan on the back end. Masiello, Sherman, and Wiedemeyer rounding out this power play here early in the first period. That back up top to Wong. Wong's low shot. Picked up there by Wiedemeyer on the rebound. Couldn't get a shot off. Now Masiello with control on the far side board. Up top for Egan. Now back to Masiello. Florida back to full strength. Wong out of the corner. Gets it to Egan. Egan to Sherman. Sherman working out of the corner. Goes back up top to Egan. Passive play here by Florida in their own zone, allowing Team Colorado to work the puck. Kept alive inside by Huang. Wiedemeyer now takes it over on the far side board. Works it back up top for Belina Huang. Shot blocked there by Choi. Now kicked out and down into the TC zone. Egan will beat out the icing call. Picked up back in the TC zone. Egan's going to chip one off the glass. Gets it out to center. Masiello sends it down into the Florida zone. TC going for some fresh legs. St. John Cooper now here on the right side. Florida able to chip it out to center. Visa holds. Now Team Colorado clear from the zone. Back to Rican. Rican goes across to Visa. Emily Visa now working back into the Florida zone. Cuts towards the middle. Fires a shot deflected up high over the net. St. John Cooper picks it up behind this Alliance goaltender to Kelly. Now back to Rican. Rican goes back to Choi. On the far side board now, short pass to Kelly. Kelly has St. John Cooper out front. Peels out looking for the backhand, scores! Lena Kelly powers that one to the slot and dumps a backhand up into the net. TC draws first blood here in Game 5 against Florida Alliance. Team Colorado with good control of the offensive zone, allowing Lena Kelly to power that one out of the corner. And that'll be 1-0 TC over Florida Alliance. Now face-off win for Team Colorado. Riedlinger working it down in the far side corner, gets some help from Mainwaring. Deckers planted out front. Collision back behind the Alliance net. Now Walsh covering the point, comes down in, puts one just across the crease. No TC player there available for that pass. Riedlinger now in a foot race here on the far side. Beats out the Alliance player, takes it back behind the TC net. Quick pass up to Mainwaring. Across for Deckers. Deckers now working out of the zone through center. Fires one in on net, goes just wide left. Mainwaring scoops up the rebound back behind the Alliance goaltender, sends one back to Pugh. Pugh fires a low, hard one, just wide right. And trapped up in the net, we'll have a whistle. Take a chance to wish a very happy 16th birthday to Lexi Riedlinger. Rumor has it she gets to drive the bus back from the hotel to the airport. Stay off the sidewalks, folks. Masiello now settling in for the face-off deep inside the Alliance zone. Wins it back to Egan. Brennick now here on the near side. Puts one in on net, save made by the Alliance goaltender. Sherman picks it up in the corner. Back to Huang. Huang now shot in on net, deflected just wide by Masiello. Sherman picks up that loose puck. Grabbed by Egan. Short pass now to Masiello, looking for that short side shot. Hit the outside of the net. Now to Sherman. Sherman fires one wide right on the short side. All trapped up over the far side board. Sherman dumps that back down deep in the Alliance zone. Masiello will pick it up here in the near side corner. Trying to work towards the center slot, stopped up by traffic. Kick back down low by Egan. Masiello will pick it up over on the far side board now. Lions free of the puck now. They're out through center. Working their way into the TC zone on the left side. Harmless shot sent wide of the net. Now picked up by Sherman. Alliance gain back control inside the TC zone. They'll shovel it down behind Samora. Alliance with control here on the near side board. Send it up top. Their defense cannot hold the line. They'll have to regroup back out at center. TC going for some fresh legs. Alliance back into the TC zone. Masiello trying to force that play back out to center. Get some help from Brennick. Brennick now trying to work that puck free. Battling the Alliance player out at center. Kick back into the Alliance zone. Ball, Chopik Chase in pursuit on the forecheck. Pins it up back behind the Alliance net. Get some help from Lena Kelly. Kelly now with it over on the far side board. Just out of reach. Alliance able to wrestle back control. They're out through center, dumping it into the TC zone on the far side. Visa will pick it up for Team Colorado. Leaves it for Kelly. Short pass up to Chopik Chase along the boards. Chopik Chase sidesteps the Alliance pressure. Now back into the Alliance zone from the slot. Picked up by Wiedemeyer. Shot just wide left. Visa now over on the far side, leaves it for Chopik Chase. Trying to shovel it back and pass to Wiedemeyer, but hits traffic out front, and the Alliance clear it out. From the point, shot sent just wide by Kelly. Alliance with control back behind their own net. They'll send a pass up the far side board. Rican pokes that one back into the Alliance zone on the left side. Wiedemeyer now with it. Fires one up high, over the shoulder. Wiedemeyer scores. Second goal for Team Colorado. Wiedemeyer with a nice high shot up over the shoulder of the Alliance goaltender, and that puts Team Colorado on top by a score of 2-0 with 7:21 left to go here in the first period. Walsh, Sangchong Pupin, and Choi now for Team Colorado. Rican and Visa on the back end. Rican takes the face-off win, shovels that over to Visa. Pass up to Choi. Hits the skates. Visa's got to collect it over on the sideboard. Now back to Rican. Quick up to Walsh. Walsh looking for Choi. Choi into the Alliance zone. Out of the corner. Florida will take possession. Trying to chip that past Visa. Visa so far holding the line. Now out to center. Rican will scoop up the loose puck inside the TC zone. Rican looking to connect with Choi just off the mark. Alliance now regrouping back towards their own blue line. Pass across here to the near side. Back into the TC end, they'll dump it deep. Rican will pick it up back behind Samora. Stick check there though, Visa quickly recovers. Visa now with some room, working out to center. Pass trying to connect with Choi once more, couldn't complete that one. Rican now. Back behind Samora. Drops it, Alliance player there to make the steal. Choi, good stick and play there. Walsh looking for Sangchong Pupin. Rose Sangchong Pupin has some room here on the right side into the Alliance zone. Looking for some reinforcement. Cuts towards the net. Got it out front. Sangchong Pupin takes a hard crash into the Alliance net. Looks like she's okay. Now Pugh trying to chip this past the Alliance player. Alliance will dump that back down into the TC zone. Friedlinger for Team Colorado. Back up the near side. Short pass for Masiello. Hops off her stick. Friedlinger has to recover. Now clearing attempt stopped short there by the Alliance. Shot blocked by Deckers. Now back up top at the point. Deflected just wide for the Alliance. Mainwaring and Masiello working here on the near side board across to Deckers. Deckers now through center. Back into the Alliance zone. Lauren Deckers now collecting almost 3 Alliance players there on the puck battle on the far side. Get some help from Masiello. Masiello and Deckers trying to work that puck free. Alliance will come away with possession. They'll work out the center over on the right side. Back into the TC zone. Good stop there by Selena Pugh. Picked up by Masiello. Masiello looking for Mainwaring. Mainwaring able to chip that out to center into the Alliance zone. TC goes for the wholesale line change. Kelly back on and in pursuit on the forecheck. Stopped just out the side of the line by Sherman. Pass over to Brennick. Brennick trying to chip that up to Kelly. Stopped short there by the Alliance. Now Kelly able to chip that into the Alliance zone. Alliance player back behind their own net now. Working up the near side. Pass off the mark, and it'll have just enough legs for an icing call. With 4:16 left to go here in the first period, TC enjoying an early 2-0 lead over the Florida Alliance. Here in Game 5 at the St. Louis Showcase, we'll have a face-off back in the Alliance zone to the left of their puck stopper. Kelly, Sherman, and Brennick, Egan, and Huang. Kelly with the draw for Team Colorado. Short little win to Brennick. Back up top to Egan. Now back to Brennick from the right side. Brennick fires one in on net. Save made by the Alliance goaltender and held for the whistle. Face-off reset to the left of the Alliance goaltender. This time Florida will take possession, working it back behind their own net. Pass connected out at center. Now over to the left side, working into the TC zone. Good shot block there by Egan. Florida picks it up once more now from the slot. In on net, turned aside by Samora. Now back behind, centering pass just off the mark. Alliance defenders will push it back down deep into the TC zone. Egan chips one off the glass, gets it out to center. Brennick now trying to work that back into the Alliance zone. Brennick holds the line here on the near side board. Taking it across. Shovels the backhand looking for Sherman, broken up there by the Alliance. Now Egan, just inside the TC blue line. Team Colorado going for the change. Egan in to the Alliance zone. Shot fired high over the net. I think that was deflected there by an Alliance stick. Kick back into the TC zone. Samora pushes that over to the corner for Egan. Back up pass to Walsh behind the TC net. Now moving up the far side board in front of the TC bench. Lions trying to get that back into the TC zone. Stop short. Now Walsh picks it up for Team Colorado. Intercepted there by the Alliance. Lisa will get that cleared back out to center. Alliance regrouping near their blue line. Wiedmeyer looking for that loose puck. Dump back into the TC zone. Rieken back to collect it for Team Colorado. She'll send it up the far side to Chopik's Chase. Maya Chopik's Chase, creating some room over the left side. Shovels it up to Visa. Visa now had Wiedmeyer out front. One last stick to the Alliance player. Prevented that. Perfect pass there from Visa to Wiedmeyer. Kick back into the TC zone. Wiedmeyer collects it over on the far side. Has some room, moving up the middle. Short pass to Visa. Visa's got to peel back towards the boards. Now trying to create her own space here on the right side. Visa gets into the Alliance zone. Pass across, hits a skate. Had Choi streaking in on that left side. Now Rieken, cross-ice pass, connects with Choi. Over in front of the Alliance bench. Choi working into the Alliance zone. Kicks it over to the right side corner for Sang-Chung Kupin. Choi goes back over to the near side corner, taken there by the Alliance. Now they're on the move through center. Breaking into the TC zone on the left side. Pugh keeping that play to the outside. Now back behind the net, broken up there by Masiello. Choi will scoop it up on the far side board. Choi and Sang-Chung Kupin advancing towards the Alliance zone. Choi gets in past the Alliance defender, has to take it back behind the net. Now stopped up in the near side corner. Get some help from Sang-Chung Kupin. Now Choi with it. Back up top for Pugh. Selena Pugh looking for the shooting lane. Fires one in on net. I believe that hit a leg, but stopped nonetheless by the Florida goaltender and held for the whistle. 54 seconds remaining here in the first period. We'll have a face-off inside the Alliance zone to the left of their netminder. Kelly, Mainwaring, and Deckers. Egan and Huang. Mainwaring with the face-off win back to Egan. Egan shot fired wide right. Alliance get it cleared out to center. Deckers digging for it in front of the Alliance bench. Alliance will win back possession. Now picked off by Mainwaring. into the Florida zone, puts one in on net, trying to use the defender as a screen. Save made by the Florida goaltender and held for the whistle. Into the face-off deep inside the Alliance zone. Kelly tying it up off the dot. Kick back up to Egan. Florida kicks that back over here to the near side, out of the corner. A little bit of trouble handling that. Florida's got to back it up on their goal line. Now Kelly blocks that pass attempt, kicked it towards the net. Mainwaring with possession over on the far side, up top for Huang. Down to Egan. Egan shot. Kick save made there by the Florida goaltender. Deckers kicks that back down to Mainwaring. Sent over to the far side, and that'll do it for the first period. Team Colorado with 2 goals here to take a 2-0 lead into the second period. This is some slow Sunday morning hockey. Yeah. It's a remarkable difference versus yesterday. Both games. Both teams set for the start of the second period. Walsh, Sherman, and Brennick will get the nod to start the second frame. Rican and Visa on the back end, and Samora to our right. Second period underway. Florida takes possession off the opening faceoff of the second. Walsh trying to free that here on the near side. Visa clears that out to center. Now Brennick racing for that loose puck, scooped up there by the Alliance defenders. Back to Rican inside the TC zone. Rican looking for the long pass up to Brennick. Deflected up high. Now Florida will send that back into the TC zone. Icing will be the call. Faceoff will come back 200 feet into the Florida zone to the left of their puck stopper. Walsh set for the faceoff. Florida will pick up possession off that faceoff. Now Sherman collects that at center, kick back out to Visa, regrouping back inside the TC zone. Up to Brennick. Brennick will chip that into the Florida zone. Sherman in pursuit on the forecheck. Florida connecting a pass over here on the near side. They'll dump that down. Icing waved off here. Visa will collect it back behind Samora. Now out of the far side corner. Up the boards looking for Brennick. Brennick lets that go out to center. Florida, DDD pass just outside their zone. Masiello pinches that off over on the near side board. Still Florida with possession. Now passing out front, couldn't quite handle that for a shot. Shotfix Chase breaks that up now, looking for Masiello, pass behind. Off the boards and back into the TC zone. Collected by Regan. She'll take it back behind Samora. Drops it for Visa. Visa out of the near side corner. Pass blocked there by Florida. They'll take back possession. Now picked up by Visa once more with some help from Chafik Chase. Off the board. Couldn't quite get a stick on that. Florida turning that back towards the TC zone. Tied up here in front of the timekeeper's box. Now picked up by Chafik Chase. Short 2-on-1 here for Chafik Chase and Wiedmeyer. Shots in on net. Low hard rebound out front. Masiello just couldn't quite get there in time. Florida clears. Now back out to center. Into the TC zone on the left side. Shot from afar. Wide right. Now picked up by Riedlinger. Working out to center. Here on the near side. Riedlinger cutting towards the middle. Picked off there by Florida. Chafik Chase looking for that loose puck. Still with possession. Florida now back into the TC zone here on the left side. Good stick there by Riedlinger breaking up that advance. Now behind the net. Picked up by Kelly. Kelly's got some room working through center. 2-on-2 here. Kelly and Sangchang Pupin. One little move at the blue line. Throws Sangchang Pupin offside. 13-14 left to go in the second period. Team Colorado still sitting on a 2-0 lead. On goals from Kelly and Wiedmeyer in the first frame. Kelly, Choi, and Sangchang Pupin now for Team Colorado. Just inside the Florida zone. Kelly gloves that one down. Clearing attempt by Florida. Now Florida looking for the connecting pass out of center off the mark and picked up by Pugh. Pugh taking it back inside the TC zone. Looking for the pass over to Riedlinger. Odd hop off the boards. Hops over Riedlinger's stick. Now trapped up here on the near side board. Back up top of the point for Florida. Shot sent wide right. Now scooped up by Pugh. She'll drop that back for Riedlinger behind Samora. Riedlinger pressured by the Alliance forecheck. Sangchang Pupin tied up with a Florida player. Couldn't quite get a stick on that loose puck on the sideboard. Now scoops it up. Works it across to Choi. Choi's got a little bit of room here on the left side. Gets past the floor. Oh, what a stick there by the Florida player. Breaks up that potential breakaway for Choi. She had a step on her, just couldn't get away from that stick. Now back behind the Florida net. Florida will take possession. Stopped there by Mainwaring. Mainwaring working it into the Florida zone. Sends a short one in on net. Rebound picked up by Walsh and sends it back down to Mainwaring in the corner. Florida now. Walsh steps into a Florida player. Delayed penalty call here against Team Colorado. Walsh is going to get the gate, putting the Florida Alliance on the power play here in the second period. Roughing will be the call against Haley Walsh. And we'll have a face-off deep inside the TC zone. Penalty killers for Team Colorado. Kelly, Deckers, Egan, and Huang. Kelly with the face-off for Team Colorado. Wins that back to the corner for Huang. Off the boards, over to the far side. Stopped short there by Florida. Now with possession back behind the TC net. Egan working that puck. She'll dump it down the length of the ice, and icing will be the call. Switching up penalty killers. Masiello and Brennick. Rican and Visa for Team Colorado. Masiello with the face-off. This time to the right of Samora. Florida takes clean possession. Now from the high slot. Shot in on net. Wide right, or wide left. Visa has it trapped up behind Samora. Two Florida players trying to dig for that puck. Third one joins the mix. Visa working hard against these Florida players. Now they finally dig it free. Back up top from the high slot. Shot in on net. Goes wide left once more. Visa now battling in the near side corner. Still two Florida players. Visa doing a good job keeping that puck trapped up, killing time. Now Florida from the short side and the sharp angle. I believe that went off the post and maybe the head of Samora, and the net was pushed off on that attempt there from the sharp angle. 1:04 left to go in the penalty to Walsh. 10:52 left in the second period. Choptic's chase now for Team Colorado with Wiedenmeyer. Visa and Rieken still on the back end. Florida connecting pass over on the backside. Another pass right out to the slot. Couldn't get a shot off. Now from the point, shot blocked by traffic out front. Visa trying to shovel one up off the glass here on the near side. Couldn't quite get past those Alliance forwards. Now Alliance over here on the near side board towards the net. Goes wide left. Wiedenmeyer kicks that puck free. Now has Choptic's chase just out of reach. Almost free. Choptic's chase on a breakaway. Choptic's chase with it out of the corner. Right in front of the Alliance net. She'll shovel it over to the far side. Now picked up out through center. Into the TC zone on the left side. Rieken trying to break that up. Get some help from Visa. Emily Visa now working out to center. Connects with Choptic's chase over here on the near side. Choptic's chase trying to slide one towards the slot. Team Colorado back to full strength. Walsh out of the box. Rieken now across to Visa. Up to Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer got away with one there, sticking the skates. Florida dumps that back down into the TC zone. Rieken with some time. Florida on the change. Up to Choptic's chase. Across for Sangchung Pupin. Couldn't quite handle that out at center. Florida turns that back into the TC zone. Shot deflected into the corner by Rieken. Now Visa. Kept in at the line by Florida. Dump back down low. Rieken gets some help from Visa. Choptic's chase picks it up out of the corner. Almost. Florida pushes that back down, back behind the net. Rieken now looking for some speed over on the left side. Sangchung Pupin now back into the Florida zone. Out of the corner, loses a handle on it. Now gets some help from Kelly. Two TC players collide out of the blue line on the change. Shot on net, turned aside there by the Alliance goaltender. Kelly working out of the near side corner with Sangchung Pupin. Short pass now. Sangchung Pupin peels out, fires a shot just wide left. I think maybe the Alliance goaltender got a piece of that with her glove. Now from the right side, Pugh with Choi. Florida will get it cleared. Out to center, couldn't quite connect the pass, deflected into the TC zone. Riedlinger picks it up for Team Colorado. Now across to Pugh. Pugh's pass off the mark, it'll go the length of the ice. Icing will be the call with 7:59 left to go here in the second period. Faceoff will come back down into the TC zone to the right of Samora. Masiello with the faceoff win. Picked up by Selena Pugh. Up to Sherman. Now quick up to Brennick. Brennick through center into the Alliance zone on the right side. Shots in and on net. Save made by the Alliance goaltender and held for the whistle. Masiello looking for that potential juicy rebound. Not this time. Faceoff will be to the left of the Alliance goaltender. One back to the corner for the Alliance. Now from the near side. Cleared out down the length of the ice. And another icing call, this time against Florida. Brennick, Masiello, Sherman, Riedlinger, and Pugh make their way back down to the Florida zone. Face off to the right of the Alliance goaltender. Masiello tying up off the dot, picked up by Sherman. She'll send it back behind the Alliance net over to the far side corner. Now Brennick looking for that loose puck battle. Masiello comes away with it. Coming out from the slot, short side attempt. And the Florida goaltender makes a save, although Masiello trying to sell that one. Not quite. Is that Finley that got dumped in front?
For no reason other than television.
Face off to the left of the Florida goaltender. Maciel with a clean win back to Brennick. Brennick short pass to Egan. Now Florida gets that out to center. Egan backs it up for Sherman. Sherman looking to connect with Maciello just off the mark. Maciello blows a tire just inside the blue line. Florida now with some space over on the left side. Look at close there by Brennick. Egan now. Short pass down to Deckers working towards the net. Oh, right there for Brennick. Just couldn't get it past the Florida goaltender stick. Now back up top right side for Egan. Back to Brennick. Brennick working through the slot, deflected up high. Now picked up by Egan. Deckers back to Egan. Now Deckers from the right side point shot, deflected wide left. Back behind the Alliance net. Alliance will finally get that cleared out to center. Walsh trying to pinch that off quickly. She'll take it back behind some more in the TC zone. Pass up to Deckers. Deckers for Mainwaring. Mainwaring has some trouble over there on the far side board. Still with possession. Now she'll work it over to Deckers. Deckers dumping it deep into the Florida zone. Back behind Florida net. Mainwaring wins that foot race. Now has it pinned up back behind the net. Over to the far side corner. Walsh trying to free that one. Now set back up the far side board. Rican couldn't quite keep the line on that one. Visa now to Chafix Chase back in to the Florida zone. From the left side, Chafix Chase looking for some help. Back up top for Visa. Visa's gonna fire one in on net. Glove save made by the Florida goaltender and held for the whistle. Five minutes, 30 seconds left to go in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of the Florida netminder. Kelly, Chafix Chase, and Wiedemeyer. Regan and Visa. Pass up top for Visa on the face-off win for Team Colorado. Punch down deep in the Alliance zone. Wiedemeyer trying to keep that pinned inside. Get some help from Visa. Visa working over to the left. Stick check there, pushing it into the corner. Alliance now with control here on the near side. They'll chip it out to center, back into the TC zone. Chafix Chase back to pick it up for Team Colorado. She'll send it back behind the net to Regan. Regan will go back to the near side for Chafix Chase. Chafix Chase gets it to Kelly, but at a cost. Wiedemeyer now back in the Alliance zone. Pushed off the puck, checked into the TC bench, just about took a seat back in the TCN. Regan has it trapped up here on the near side. Gets some help from Wiedemeyer. Now Florida. Choi battling for that loose puck. Gets some help from Maciello. Tied up in the far side corner now. Maciello keeping it pinned up. Getting some help from Choi. Neither side digging too hard for this one, just killing time. Now Maciello gets it freed. Runs into some trouble over on the far side now. Florida finally able to clear out to center. Maciello quickly there to break that one up. Choi will dump it back down into the Alliance zone. Off the glass, back out to center. Into the TCN now, 2-on-1 for Florida. Pass Florida there by Selena Pugh. Good read by Pugh to break up that opportunity. Pass connected with Maciello up to Sang-Chung Pupin into the Florida zone. Florida peeling that back to the far side board. Stopped there by Walsh. Riedlinger working to keep that inside the zone. Gets kicked just outside. Walsh to Pugh, up to Choi. Choi working towards the middle. Loose puck. Brennick was on the hunt for that one. Couldn't quite get there in time. Now back up top for Riedlinger. Across for Pugh. Pugh tripped on the play. Delayed penalty call here against Florida. And this is going to put Team Colorado back on the power play with 2 minutes, 54 seconds left to go here in the second period. Tripping is the call to Florida. Power play unit out for Team Colorado. Kelly, Walsh, Chotfix Chase, Pugh, and Visa. Kelly with the face-off win, back to Visa. Visa's got all kinds of room. Fires a shot in on net, rebound. Almost scooped up there by Kelly. Long reach. Now Florida threatening here on the penalty kill. Couldn't quite keep a footing inside the TC zone. Chotfix Chase back behind the TC net, working up the far side. She'll go cross ice and connect with Kelly inside the Florida zone. Kelly now kept in by Visa at the line. Chotfix Chase now from the far side, back up top for Visa. Back to Chotfix Chase. Now from the sharp angle, across to Pugh, had the connection, just couldn't get a stick on it for a shot. Walsh, now back to Visa. Back to Pugh from the left side. Pugh turns and fires, hits Florida player, and Florida will clear, and that'll be an icing call as Florida relieves the pressure with 1:07 left to go in the power play. 2 minutes even left in the second. Face-off back down in the Florida end to the right of their puck stopper. Masiello, Wiedenmeyer, and Sherman with Egan and Huang for the second half of this power play. Across to Huang, now to Masiello. Masiello from the left side, back up top for Egan. Egan looking for the shot, in on net, wide left, was looking for that deflection. Florida once more clearing it down the length of the ice, and we'll have another icing call, and we'll reset for a faceoff once more in the Alliance zone. This time to the left of the Alliance puck stopper. Masiello set for the draw. Wins that over to Sherman, back up top for Huang, across to Egan. Egan now from the left side, looking for the pass. I think she had Sherman in her sights, blocked there by Florida. Sherman will collect that back at the TC blue line. Up for Sherman. Drops for Huang. Lena Huang making her way into the Florida zone, across for Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer, shot! Save made by the Alliance goaltender and held for the whistle. 21 ticks of the clock left in the power play for Team Colorado. 1:15 left to go here in the second period. Masiello, Wiedenmeyer, and Sherman still out for Team Colorado. Egan and Huang to round out this power play. Masiello face-off win to Wiedenmeyer, back up top for Huang. Across to Egan. Down to Masiello from the left side. Masiello looking for the pass out front. Wiedenmeyer had it, just chipped it up high over the net. Masiello now back to Wiedenmeyer. Wiedenmeyer making her way across to Huang. Now back to Masiello from the left side, connecting with Wiedenmeyer out front. Backhand shot save made by the Florida goaltender. Florida now back to full strength. Masiello leaves it for Huang. Chipped over to Masiello. Or I'm sorry, that's Wiedenmeyer in the slot across to Huang. Huang from the right side, shot deflected wide. Walsh now. Centering pass right onto a Florida player's stick. They'll clear that. Kept in at the line by Deckers. Florida now picking up inside their own zone. Egan unable to hold the line. Now Florida back into the TCN. From the right side, centering pass picked off there by Mainwaring. Mainwaring short pass to Walsh. Gets that up to Deckers. Deckers now working back into the Florida zone, and that'll do it for the second period. No goals this time around. Team Colorado still sitting on top by a score of 2-0. We'll pause for an ice make between the second and third and be back to finish this one off with just 16 minutes left of hockey here at the St. Louis Showcase. right, welcome back for the start of the third period. Team Colorado sitting on a 2-0 lead over the Florida Alliance as we look to close out the final game here in St. Louis at the Showcase. Team Colorado is going to start the third and final frame with Kelly at center, Brennick on the right side, Sherman on the left, Rican and Visa on the blue line, and Zamora between the pipes. TC takes control of the opening faceoff of the third period, working it towards the Alliance zone. Alliance will get that back out to center. Stop short in front of the TC bench, just inside, collected by Rican. Back behind Zamora. Rican runs into a second Alliance forechecker. Trapped up in the corner now, gets some help from Kelly. Kelly works it up to Sherman on the far side board. Kept alive inside the zone by the Alliance. Now Rican chips it up to Sherman. Kept in at the line by Florida, now cleared by Kelly down the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. Face off inside the TC zone to the left of Zamora. Masiello with the face-off for Team Colorado. Deckers and Mainwaring also up front for TC. Pass connected to Mainwaring now for Masiello. Masiello working back into the Alliance zone here on the right side. Now with it back behind the net, stops short, loses the footing. Able to get it to Mainwaring. Back behind the net, setting up the near side board, picked up by Egan. Back down to Mainwaring. Now Mainwaring out of the corner. Up top for Deckers. Across for Huang. In on net, deflected just wide. Mainwaring picks it up out of the corner. Back up top for Huang. Now back down to Mainwaring. From the far side, up top for Huang once more. Across for Egan. Close on the line there. Now picked up by Deckers. Working it down for Mainwaring. From the sideboard, short pass to Deckers, across to Egan. Egan with a shot, deflected by Masiello, just wide. Now from the side, Deckers got a stick on a short shot. Blocked by traffic out front. Alliance now back in control. Out to center, broken up there by Deckers. She'll send it back down into the Alliance zone. TC going for the change, giving Alliance all kinds of room for their breakout. Pass connected up at center. They'll sweep it down into the TC zone. Pugh now battling Alliance forechecker in the corner. Walsh for Wiedenmeyer. Stop short at the line. The Alliance will regroup out at center. Back into their own zone. Off the boards, picked off there by Walsh in front of the Alliance bench. Worked back into the Florida zone. Florida will pick that up. They'll send it around to the far side. Stop short there by Pugh. Bouncing puck picked up by Wiedenmeyer. Working towards the slot. Shot fired, blocked by traffic out front. The Alliance will go D to D back behind their own net. Florida now working out towards center. Almost picked off there by Walsh. Back to Pugh. Pugh working out of the TC zone through center on the right side. Into the Florida zone towards the slot. Shot deflected up high over the net. Picked up by Wiedenmeyer. Looking for the pass to Pugh. Couldn't quite connect. Now along the line, Riedlinger chooses to take that back out to center ice for the regroup. Across to Chofix Chase. Working back into the Florida zone. Short pass for Kelly. Kelly draws the penalty. Delayed call here against Florida. They'll touch up and we'll get the call. I zoomed in just a tad. Tripping will be the call against Florida, and this will put, or hooking is the call. We'll get Team Colorado back on the power play here with 12:26 left to go in the third period. Masiello, Sherman, and Wiedenmeyer get the nod to start this power play. Huang and Egan on the back end. Masiello tying it up off the dot. Gets it to Sherman, back to Huang. Down to Sherman. Sherman's pass picked off there by Florida. They'll send it the length of the ice, and icing will be the call. We'll reset for the face-off to the left of the Florida netminder. Masiello wins it to Sherman. Back to Huang. Across to Egan. Egan looking for the shot, deflected there by the Florida penalty killer. Good stick there by Huang. Traps that up inside the Florida zone. Shot blocked there by the Florida penalty killer. Backed up out to center. Egan back up into her own zone. Egan has some room. Working into the Florida zone on the right side. Couldn't quite keep a handle on that. Now Florida able to get that back out to center. Egan scoops it up once more. Looking for Sherman to block there by Florida. 1:05 left to go in the power play for Team Colorado. Huang with it back behind the TC net. Masiello connecting to Sherman. Looking for Huang just off the mark. Now picked up by Masiello into the Florida zone. Trying to work towards the net. Gets through. Save made by the Florida goaltender. Now Kelly working down here on the near side. Up top for Visa. TC exchanging power play units. Kelly now collects that shot that was deflected up over the net. Pugh over here on the left side. Back up top for Visa. Over to Pugh. Pugh from the left side. Shot in on net. And a rebound picked up by Walsh. And that's number 3 for Team Colorado. Power play goal with 10:41 left to go here in the third period. Good puck movement on this power play. And the rebound was scooped up by Walsh. And she pots Team Colorado's third of the game. Brennick centering Sangchung Pupin and Choi now. Rieken and Visa on the back end. Rieken short pass up the strong side to Choi. Picked off there by St. Louis, or by Florida. Wow, rewind to yesterday, I guess. Rieken back behind the TC net. Florida breaks that up. Sangchung Pupin will pick it up here on the near side board. Going across to Choi. Too much traffic. Florida will regroup just inside their own zone. Cross ice pass over to the right side into the TC zone. Rieken quickly closes the gap, pushes that over to the side board. Now back for Visa here on the near side. Visa chipping it up to Brennick. Stopped short at the line by Florida. Now out to center. Choi will scoop up the loose puck. Working back into the Florida zone. Trying to push that towards the net. Stopped short there by the Florida defender. Sangchung Pupin trying to break that up in front of the Florida bench. Back into the zone. High shot over the net. Visa now battling for it here on the near side. Brennick in to help as well. Now picked up by Sangchung Pupin. Brennick will take that short feed from Sangchung Pupin. Now Brennick behind the Florida net. Mainwaring has it hop over his stick out near the blue line. Visa will have to collect that. Back in the zone now. Mainwaring with some room here on the right side, working into the Florida zone. Letting through good puck protection. From the sharp angle, ramps it up. Rebound attempt. Masiello was there looking for that loose puck. Florida goaltender covers up as Masiello took a nice cross check in the back and paid the price. Well, the face-off inside the Florida zone to the right of their puck stopper. Deckers, Masiello, and Mainwaring. Riedlinger and Pugh. Masiello wins that back for Riedlinger. Short pass back to Masiello. Now for Deckers to Pugh. Pugh's going to fire one in on net. Hits Masiello. Now Pugh trying to keep that inside the Florida zone. Out of the corner, Mainwaring and Masiello digging for the puck. Squirts free over to Deckers. From the far side, back up top for Riedlinger. Riedlinger fires one, deflected up high. Mainwaring has the loose puck. Pass blocked there. Now Mainwaring from behind the net. Short pass to Deckers over here on the far side. Deckers creating some room out towards the middle. Couldn't get past that one last stick check. And now cleared out to center. Pugh works the regroup. Finds Mainwaring on the right side. A little too hot to handle. Florida takes back possession inside their own zone. And chipped into their own bench for a stoppage in play with 8:07 left to go here in the third period. We'll have a face-off just outside the Florida zone in front of their bench. Walsh, Wiedenmeyer, and Sherman. Or I'm sorry, that's Choptic's Chase over there on the left side. Huang and Egan on the back end. Meredith Egan fires one towards the net, goes wide right. Wiedenmeyer lets it go for Walsh, in on net. Save made by the Florida goaltender. Now Wiedenmeyer. Pass deflected out to center. Egan will scoop that up, works it over to Huang. She'll gain the red line, sends it down deep into the Florida zone. Picked up in the near side corner by Florida. Pass off the mark. It'll go the entire 200 feet for an icing call. 7:30 left to go here in the third period as we've reached the halfway mark of the final frame in Game 5 here. Team Colorado up on top by a score of 3-0 over the Florida Alliance. Walsh, Choptic, Chase, and Wiedenmeyer still for Team Colorado. Egan and Huang. Huang now from the left side point. Got fired in on net, deflected wide. Now Egan punches that back down low into the Florida zone. Choptic's Chase collects it over the far side board. Back out to center, collected there by Wiedenmeyer. Trying to work her way in. Choptic Chase picks up the loose puck. Down the right side, shot in on net, and a blocker save made by the Florida goaltender and held for the whistle. Well, a face-off inside the Florida zone to the left of their puck stopper. Kelly, Brennick, and Sherman for Team Colorado. Back up top, Visa will scoop it up, works it back down to Kelly. Out of the near side corner, centering pass picked off there by Florida. Visa back out at center, will go across to Rican. Back to Visa. Foul-sized pass connecting with Sherman. Sherman will dump it down into the Florida zone. Brennick looking to get there first in the loose puck in the corner. Kicks it back up top for Visa. Visa finds a lane, fires a shot, save made by the Florida goaltender. Still loose in the slot. Collected there by Florida. Now Rican kicks that back into the Florida zone. They'll clear out to center, connecting the pass. Back into the TC zone, looking for a shot here. Rican can't get past her. Visa now with the puck. Connects with Sherman. Back into the Florida zone. Sherman drops it for Kelly. Kelly fires one, hits traffic out front, and collected by Florida. Pass off the mark now, scooped up by Brennick. Brennick has Sherman in on net. Sherman got a piece of it. Another shot. A couple saves made by the Florida goaltender. And now cleared back out to center from the right side. Collected by Masiello. Back into the Florida zone, trying to get past that last Florida defender just off the mark. Choi trying to get that back to Masiello. Couldn't quite connect. Visa almost picking off that pass. Hopped over a stick on 2-on-1 for Florida. From the right side, Florida, shot. Save made by Samora. Now here on the near side board, Masiello will settle for the dump in back into the Florida zone. Florida collecting it back behind their own goal line. They'll go over to the far side. Chipped out to center. Back into the TC in. Riedlinger will collect it in the far side corner. Dangerous pass out front. Backhand shot. Save made by Samora. Loose puck still. Now kick back up top. Another shot. Just goes wide left. Florida showing some signs of life here late in the third period, causing some trouble for Team Colorado. Riedlinger and Masiello digging for the puck. Florida comes away with it. Quick out to the slot. Hits some bodies out front. Now up top on the right side for Florida. It's an in on net save made by Zamora once more. Over here on the near side corner, Lexi Riedlinger will collect it for Team Colorado. Masiello picks it up, and she'll send it to the length of the ice. Takes an odd bounce off the glass. And just enough steam. We'll get an icing call here against Team Colorado. 4:03 left to go here in the third period. TC still sitting on a 3-0 lead over the Florida Alliance. Walsh centering Mainwaring and Deckers. Egan and Huang on the back end. Egan, short pass up to Mainwaring. Cross for Deckers. Into the Florida zone on the left side. Deckers cuts towards the net. Shot blocked there by the Florida player. Huang collects it just in front of the Florida bench. Now punches back into the Florida zone. Puck chipped back out to center. Egan gets the onside. Drops it for Deckers. Deckers now in the slot. Fires one just wide left. Huang finds Mainwaring. Mainwaring now trying to squeak one through. Save made by the Florida goaltender. Now Mainwaring taken into the back boards. On that exchange, Mainwaring gets it back. Back to Huang. Over to Egan. Egan looking for the shot. Gets it to Mainwaring. Mainwaring, the short one. Save made by Florida. Mainwaring gets it back once more. Moves it over to Walsh. On the far side board. Back down for Mainwaring. Mainwaring battling two Florida players on the back side there. Walsh looking for it in the far side corner. Gets it to Mainwaring. Sharp angle shot hits the outside of the net. Mainwaring looking for TC's fourth. Couldn't quite connect with that one on net. Now Wiedemeyer off the bench. Feeds it back to Egan. Up to Deckers. Deckers pass just off the mark. Kelly will collect it in front of the Florida bench. Takes a hard one into the boards. Getting it dumped into the Florida zone. Now Florida moving it out to center. Here on the near side, Wiedemeyer. Short pass from Kelly. Wiedemeyer puts one in on net. Blocker save made. Rebound picked up there by Chaffetz Chase. Back up top for Rieken. Across to Visa. Visa back to Rieken. Rieken from the left side. Pass out front, finds Wiedemeyer. Shot hits a leg out front, and Florida clears at the length of the ice. Icing call here with 1:54 left to go in the third. Face-off will be to the right of the Alliance puck stopper. Kelly, Sherman, and Brennick. 14 Colorado, Visa, and Rieken still on the back end. Face-off won by TC. Rieken now down to Sherman. In the corner, Sherman kicks that back behind the Alliance net. Brennick battle for it here in the near side corner. Kelly now will win that foot race for the loose puck. Kelly back up top to Rieken. Down low, Kelly will collect it back behind the Alliance goaltender. Has some room, peels out, looking for the shot. Deflected off the mark there by Florida. Now Visa fires one, blocker save made by the Florida goaltender. Sherman back to Rieken. Trying to kick that back low to Sherman. Interrupted there, kick back out to center ice. Rieken floating all the way back into the TC zone. Connects the pass with Sherman. Sherman lets it go to Brennick. Back into the Florida zone. Tied up over on the far side board. Masiello trying to dig that free. Masiello powers through the Florida player. Now from behind the net. Peels out. Tries to go up top with that one. Save made by the Florida goaltender, and a backhand rebound attempt just wide. Masiello connecting with Choi. Choi fires one in on the net. Another save made by Florida. Now Florida trying to clear out to center. They'll finally grab a hold of it, send it the length of the ice once more, and another icing call with 26.5 seconds remaining here in the game. Face-off will be to the right of the Florida netminder. Masiello, Sangchong Kupin, and Choi will finish this one off for Team Colorado. Masiello gets that for a quick shot, hits traffic. Pugh now from the right side. Sangchong Kupin comes in to help dig that puck free. 10 seconds remaining here in the third period. Tied up in the corner, nobody really wanting to move, and that'll do it. Time expires. Team Colorado with a 3-0 shutout over the Florida Alliance. Samora with her second shutout of the 5-game showcase here in St. Louis. Team Colorado with their third straight victory. Closes out the St. Louis showcase in good fashion. Next up on the schedule for Team Colorado will be a home game against the Boulder Hockey Club 14 AA team back at the Family Sports Event Center in Centennial, Colorado. 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time on Tuesday, November 5th. Join us for that one. We'll be broadcasting live once again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.